It is a symbol of freedom, a beast of raw power, waiting to be unleashed to anyone who can tame it.
And when you crank that throttle, what a rush! Yeah!
It's a pretty simple machine. All you do is sit on it, give it gas, and go.
Motorcycles have become a way of life for millions and a symbol of deeply held value.
Owning a Harley has been a great experience for me, and there's no other way to explain it other than
To be out, to be free, the smell of the air and the wind all around me.
An empire has been created of loyal subjects, from newcomers to old followers, from biker babes to biker babies.
Looks like your dad.
They all share a common passion, the love of the open road.
Hi, welcome to American Spirit, and today we're on the road in West Palm Beach, Florida. We ran across an awesome dealer, Broward Motorsports, off of Okeechobee, just west I-95. Man, I'll tell you, this is like a theme park for motorcycles. They've got something for everybody. They got Hondas, Suzukis, Cowies. They've got bikes for every motorcycle enthusiast out there. You need to get in and check it out. Today's show you're going to enjoy. We're going to take a look at the Honda Fury and the Sabre, and we're also going to take a look at the State Line, I believe it's called. Awesome motorcycle, caught my attention. Whole lot of fun, so don't go surfing away on us. Be sure to stick around. It's going to be a fun show. When's that going to happen? And fun's going to happen right about now. Now, if you've been watching American Spirit for any time now, you'll notice your old buddy Tim here. What I like to do is feature everything about motorcycles. I don't like to get real partial with any specific make, model, or brand. I think it's important that the entire motorcycle market gets represented. Now, got a couple of cool bikes here. This is the Honda Sabre. Now, these bikes are hot. You're going to want to check them out. You're going to want to get into the dealers. There's a lot of specials going on right now, so get to your local dealer, check out the Sabre. We're also going to be taking a look at the Honda Fury, which, by the way, looks an awful lot like a Sabre. So we're going to be talking about some of the differences between these two bikes in today's show. Now, one thing you're going to want to do when you're out shopping for a bike is ask around, get some references. We did. We're at Broward Motorsports in West Palm Beach. Now, they have several dealers. We're at the West Palm Beach location. We're with Jessica. I happen to be really into the Honda Fury, want to know all about it. She's the expert. Jessica, how you doing today?
I'm good, Tim. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Great town, great weather. The selection here is out of this world. I see we got some Honda Furies here. What can you tell me about these bikes?
All right, Tim. So let me tell you about the Honda Fury. The first thing you're going to notice looking at the Honda Fury, it's a very unique motorcycle. It's actually a one-of-a-kind chopper. It's the only one that actually comes from the factory as a chopper. You don't have to customize it. I mean, you can if you want to, but Honda's actually the first out of all manufacturers that actually came out with a chopper motorcycle. If you notice, it's actually a 1300cc motorcycle. It is liquid cooled, fuel injected, which is phenomenal. I don't know if you remember from before, Honda's Cruisers, the only ones that were fuel injected were the 1800s, the VTX 1800s. Now you have that fuel injection, which is great for power delivery, smoother ride, and it's just one less thing to worry about. It's going to be maintenance free, unlike a typical chopper where you may have some carburation issues and whatnot. You're also going to have a shaft drive, which makes this super reliable, low maintenance. You don't have to worry about lubing the chain, changing sprockets, or even a belt breaking on you while you're on a ride. Which just, you have that luxury of the chopper look, but you have Honda reliability with it.
How about fuel economy? What kind of miles per gallon would I get on this bike?
Well, with something like this, you'd probably get around 40, 45 miles to the gallon. It's just going to depend on the kind of riding that you're doing.
Very nice.
Obviously, on the highway, it would be better.
And what about aftermarket parts? I'm sure Honda's got a great line. Can I put a windshield on here? Can I put saddlebags on here? Or am I stuck with just plain chopper?
No, you can put a windshield on it. You can put bags on it. If you want to put the sissy bar backrest on there, that's also available. If you want to get real aggressive, you can change out the levers if you need it to, the mirrors. I mean, you can really take this as far as your imagination will go.
What kind of people are into these choppers? Just anybody? I mean, girls getting on these bikes too?
Actually, we do have some girls that are interested in either bike, whether it's the Sabre or the Fury. One of the nicest things about Honda Cruisers is the really low seat height. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 26, 27 inches for the seat height, which is great for a female rider because it has a low center of gravity. It's easy to manage. Even though it's a 1300, when you sit on it, it's actually fairly comfortable and easy to manage. You don't feel like you have something that's really top heavy and, you know, hard to drive. The Sabre is actually my favorite cruiser in here.
What are these things weight-wise now? Are we talking like a 1,000-pound bike here or what?
No, I think the bike is actually just under 700 pounds.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Right, so it's very manageable.
Low center of gravity, that kind of weight, you're going to have full control on this bike. Is this a bike that I'm going to drive across the country on? What would you recommend? It's probably long distance, short distance, what would you say?
The Fury, with maybe some modifications to the seat, like let's say you got a gel seat, if you wanted to ride it across country, you definitely could. It is liquid cooled, so you don't have to worry about it overheating, which is definitely a benefit. It's just going to be what's comfortable for the rider itself. What are they going to feel comfortable on? You know, as far as a long ride. Some people ride even smaller bikes across the country. So I would definitely consider a new seat, but as far as the motor goes, it's definitely going to be able to handle long distance. But to be honest, I think the Fury is definitely something for bike nights. It's definitely something, you know, like a bar hopper or something just to kind of showcase, let's say South Beach, you're going down the strip, downtown. It's definitely a bike that the kind of rider who likes to ride it is someone who likes to be noticed.
Yeah, this is an attention getter. This is a hot bike. Now, I'll tell you what, I was able to stumble across this Honda Sabre State Line model, and I'll tell you what, you can't resist sitting on this puppy. This is one hot bike. Let me give you a couple of tips about some of these bikes. Let's go ahead and see how she feels. Now, when you're picking out a bike, what you want to do is have some control over the bike. Feel comfortable with the bike. You don't want to be struggling and be cramped. Let me give you, for example, you're riding down the road, pegs are up, you're shifting, you don't want your knees up high, you want them comfortable. You want to be very comfortable on a bike that you're going to choose and you're going to ride for many years. Now, another thing really cool about this Sabre is I noticed Honda's done some really cool things with very, very simple changes to the bike. I've noticed that their foot pegs for the driver, stock by the way, not floorboards, okay, we're talking stock comes with the bike. Very, very comfortable. They're not narrow and round, they're much wider and flat, giving you a much more lack of fatigue ride, if you will. Another cool thing I like is the braking system. The brake pedal on your right foot, instead of a polished chrome finish, they have more of a satin or a matte finish, and it also has a grip texture on there. So you don't notice your feet slipping if you're out in the rain. Believe me, when you want to use the brakes with your foot, now your braking, your foot brake's going to control the rear, and you're going to want good control and stability. You don't want your foot slipping off the brake pedals. Now, another thing you're going to want to consider is how this bike's balanced. Now, this one is sweet, man. This is one nice bike. This is not something that's going to be strenuous for you to get around on. Very nicely balanced bike. I also like the feel. Now, this is a cruiser line. You just kind of lay back, enjoy. This isn't a cross-country bike. You can ride across country if you like. Believe me, this is an awesome bike. But this This is more localized riding. You want to stick with some of your bigger, heavier cruisers if you're going across the country or state to state. This particular bike is very, very comfortable, easy to maintain, extremely affordable, and super reliable. Honda's done a great job with the Sabres, and this State line rocks.
The neat thing about Broward Motorsports is we've really, looked at the different brands that are out there and have chosen the best of the best. We carry Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki, the big name brand products, and we've diversified into the sport bike category, the cruisers, the touring models, down to scooters. It doesn't really matter what it is, but the one thing that's nice is when you visit Broward Motorsports, you are visiting a store that has everything. It's not like going into a Chevy dealership and you got to walk out and go across the street to a Ford dealership. We're your one-stop shop. We have everything you need. And we've really focused on what our geographic area calls for as far as the types of motorcycles that people around here like to ride. Sport bikes are very, very popular here. You'll always see CBR 1000s, R1s, Hayabusas. You'll always see them on the floor. They're really big sellers for us. In the cruiser line, the Fury has been a phenomenal seller. It's been a great, great bike that Honda came out with to compete in more of the custom side of the cruiser market. The Goldwing has always been the #1 touring motorcycle of all time, and we've really focused on making sure we're stocked, and when I say stocked, having the right colors, the right models, the whole mix here and available for our consumers to walk in and really compare all the different models and make that right decision.
This is a 2011 Honda Fury. It's 1300 fuel injected. Great bike for both the men and the ladies. As you can see, it's got a low center of gravity. It's easy to manage. It's not too heavy for me to pick up. Okay, one of the best things about the Fury, aside from the appearance, fuel injection, mag wheels, means you got tubeless tires. If you get a flat tire, you don't have to worry about waiting for a tow truck to get there like you would if you had spoke wheels. You could actually patch it, plug it up, and keep on riding. Put some air in it and get to the nearest place where you could actually replace your tire. Nice feature, very reliable. If you look back here, you also have the shaft drive, low maintenance. I'm on a chopper, but I don't have to worry about all of the maintenance features like a chain, a sprocket, or even a belt drive. There's some customizations you'll also be interested in. For example, if this was my bike, I'd probably get a different seat. I'm thinking ostrich leather. I'd get this covered up. Looks real good with the orange. If you really want to be bold, you could actually change the forks and really rake this out to have an even longer wheelbase than what it has, which is also pretty neat if you're interested in like big chopper look. Grips, you can get comfort grips. Let's say you want to go for a long ride. We do have grips that are padded so that way you're more comfortable, less fatigue on your hands. Even the mirrors, if you really wanted to change them out to like the pig ear mirrors or something a little fierce looking with skulls, you could do that. With the Honda Fury, even though it's a very custom bike, if you're looking for customizations like let's say floorboards or a sissy bar, maybe some saddlebags and a windshield, I wouldn't recommend this bike because you would really lose the integrity of the whole chopper look and feel. Instead, I would point you in the direction of the Honda Sabre or the State line, which is going to look better as a touring bike. This bike is definitely not so much a touring bike. It definitely could be, but I would definitely recommend it as something for the Sunday rider or somebody who wants to cruise the South Beach Strip, bar hopper, bike nights. This is a showstopper right here. That's what the Honda Fury is all about. That's what they were going for, and it's definitely something I would recommend if you'd like to get noticed.